Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. On Monday, day 101 of the conflict, the fragile ceasefire between Iran and Israel neared collapse as both countries engaged in intense, retaliatory air and missile attacks. Al Jazeera reported. Powerful explosions shook Tehran, Isfahan, and Tabriz as the Israeli military targeted military sites in central and western Iran, including a petrochemical plant in Masar. In response, Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps launched missile strikes against Israel's Nevatim and Tel Nof air bases. These escalating hostilities followed Israeli strikes on Beirut's southern suburbs, which Iran condemned as a violation of the Lebanon-Israel ceasefire. Regionally, the U.S. State Department issued a security alert in Jordan over projectiles in its airspace. Democratic Senator Chris Murphy remarked that Israel's retaliation compounds the humiliation for U.S. President Donald Trump, who had reportedly urged Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to exercise restraint. Amid the escalation, diplomatic channels remained active, with Qatari and Saudi foreign ministers holding urgent discussions, while Canada expressed grave concern that the renewed violence jeopardizes ongoing peace negotiations. According to a report by the Liberty Times, Yemen's Houthi movement announced on June 8 that it had launched a barrage of missiles targeting Israel and declared a total ban on Israeli-linked vessels sailing in the Red Sea. This marks the group's first declared attack against Israel since a fragile ceasefire agreement took effect on April 8. Prior to the Houthis' announcement, the Israeli military reported that its air defense systems had successfully intercepted a missile fired from Yemen. The Houthis, who officially entered the wider Middle East conflict in March in support of Iran, stated that they will consider any hostile actions by their adversaries as legitimate military targets going forward. With the critical Strait of Hormuz already facing blockade since the outbreak of regional hostilities, this latest declaration by the Houthis has heightened international concerns that shipping lanes in the Red Sea could face severe and prolonged disruptions, potentially impacting global trade. According to Nippon TV News NetNen, a powerful magnitude 7.8 earthquake struck near Mindanao Island in the Philippines at approximately 8:37 a.m. on June 8, Japan time as reported by the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center. The earthquake caused widespread destruction, leading to the collapse of numerous buildings. According to AFP, at least 15 fatalities have been confirmed so far. The earthquake occurred during the morning hours when many local schools near the epicenter were holding regular assemblies in their yards. Footage captured chaotic scenes of students fleeing in panic as portions of school buildings crumbled. In the aftermath of the quake, Philippine authorities confirmed that a tsunami with a maximum height of 1.4 meters had already reached 6 regions on Mindanao Island. Fortunately, there have been no immediate reports of damage or casualties resulting from the tsunami. Government officials and rescue teams continue to assess the situation and search for survivors amid the debris of collapsed structures. According to a report by Lianhe Zhaobao, International Monetary Fund, IMF, Managing Director Kristalina Georgieva warned that the world has entered an era of frequent and consecutive shocks, and it is impossible to return to a shock-free past. Reflecting on her tenure since 2019, Georgieva noted that the global community has faced a succession of major crises, including the COVID-19 pandemic, the war in Ukraine, trade disputes, and the current conflict in the Middle East. She emphasized that her primary responsibility is to help the IMF's 191 member nations find common ground amidst their divisions to safeguard the global economy. Furthermore, Georgieva highlighted the profound transformation driven by rapid advancements in artificial intelligence. She expressed concern that global institutions, including the IMF, previously failed to fully address how globalization exacerbated domestic inequality. Moving forward, she stressed the importance of ensuring that the AI era does not repeat these mistakes. Influenced by the ongoing conflict in the Middle East, the IMF had already lowered its global growth forecast for the year in April and is set to release its latest World Economic Outlook in July. According to a report by Liberty Times, tensions in the Middle East have escalated once again following mutual military strikes between Israel and Iran. On June 7, Iran launched a barrage of missiles targeting Israel in retaliation for an Israeli airstrike on the Lebanese capital of Beirut. In response, Israel launched counterstrikes on multiple targets within western and central Iran on June 8, including a petrochemical facility in the southwestern city of Mashhar. The renewed hostilities have cast a shadow over fragile ceasefires in hopes for ending regional conflicts. In response to the escalating crisis, Kake Kallas, the European Union's High Representative for Foreign Affairs and Security Policy, urged all parties to show restraint, de-escalate the situation, and engage in negotiations to reach an agreement. Meanwhile, Donald Trump also intervened, urging Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to refrain from further retaliation, stating that both nations have struck each other enough and that a cycle of endless vengeance must be avoided. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.